This is a world gone mad. This is a world gone mad. Mad, 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 mad.
This is A World Gone Mad. I'm Jeff Allen Wolfe. It's Friday night, or maybe it's already Saturday, depending on when you're listening. But I will share something with you. I'm recording this on my birthday. So if I sound a little extra fired up or sentimental, now you know why. Before I jump into the headlines, a quick reminder, the Amazon $50 gift card giveaway is still open. The deadline to enter is Monday, July 21st at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you missed the details, go back, listen to that episode from this past Monday. That's where I break the contest all down. And honestly, it's a good solid episode anyway. All right, let's get into it. You made it through another week, ducking, weaving, and dodging flaming crap like you're choreographing a TikTok dance just to survive. This week didn't unravel. It was yanked apart on purpose. Like Trump's advisors walked into the Situation Room in the White House, blindfolded themselves, threw darts at a wall labeled Epstein, tariffs, immigration raids, and said, "Perfect. Start every crisis at once. Let's see who's still standing by Monday. Okay, everyone, lunch." So before I lighten the mood and get into news from the edge of sanity, the news segment I introduced last Friday, let's talk about what's actually been happening. Just a few of the headlines from the last 24 to 36 hours that cut through the noise, the kind of important news stories that bombard your real life and can affect you and your family. So here's what happened while you were trying to fill your prescriptions and not scream into the freezer like it's hiding your hopes, your dreams, and the last tax refund you'll ever see. The House just approved a $9 billion cut to the Department of Justice budget. The very package pushed by Trump, Elon Musk, and the Department of Government Efficiency, DOJ, or Doggy, as I like to call it, which sounds like a meme, but now actually runs the budget. This wasn't about fiscal responsibility or belt tightening. No, this was about gutting the very agency investigating them. Because of DOJ, Trump, and Musk, it's like cutting off the referee's arms mid-game to guarantee no penalty whistles will ever get called. Imagine getting caught, with your hand in the cookie jar, not just once, but multiple times, then turning around, defunding the cookie police, and making sure no one could ever catch you and call you out again. These cuts slice deep. These target federal law enforcement's ability to prosecute corruption, white-collar crime, election interference, and violent extremism. Civil rights enforcement shrunk. Special counsel investigations choked off. Oversight flushed down the drain. Let that sink in. This isn't fiscal strategy. This is revenge weaponized through policy. And while the average American is scrambling to figure out why their local Walgreens can't stock blood pressure meds, or why their rent keeps going up, Trump's allies are quietly turning the DOJ into a dictator's outlet mall, where justice is discounted, oversight is on clearance, and democracy hangs by the thread of a fitting room curtain. But wait, there's more. If you think this is the end of it, don't worry. There's a clearance rack in the back of that dictator outlet mall with a few shredded institutions still in stock. No refunds, no returns, just executive orders and a flamethrower waiting to turn the place into ashes. The House just gave Trump, Musk, and DOJ exactly what they wanted, a $9 billion budget slash to the DOJ. Because apparently the best way to protect yourself from an investigation is to cut the budget of the investigators. Wolfpack listeners, if you're feeling stressed, that's understandable. Just stay informed and remember, keep the popcorn coming. Trump just ordered the release of the Epstein grand jury files. Yeah, finally handing over the full truth after standing in front of it like it was the last cheeseburger in a disaster zone. Something's definitely cooking backstage, and it's not a bake sale. Brace yourself for the usual circus: spin doctors, smoke screens, and enough rewriting of the truth to make Shakespeare jealous. So here's the deal with Trump suddenly releasing the Epstein grand jury files. If he was truly squeaky clean, we all know this, wouldn't he have dropped these bad boys ages ago? Instead, we're seeing a guy who's been playing keep away with the documents like they're the nuclear codes. But hey, this is Trump. He probably already shared those codes with Russia. Now suddenly, with the snowball rolling faster and the heat turning up, he's generously decided to share the Epstein files. But don't buy it. This isn't a confession. This is selective leaking. His team, probably led by some advisor who moonlights as a reality TV editor. They're cherry picking every juicy bit from the Epstein files that can be twisted to clear Trump. Think of it like, the friend who refuses to send the full group chat transcript but forwards only the parts where they don't look bad. Yeah, we're getting the director's cut, minus all the inconvenient truths. Get ready. The files hitting the internet won't be the whole story. Expect spin cycles so dizzying you'll need Dramamine. And if you think this will end the circus, spoiler alert, it's just the opening act. Trump's health just took center stage again, this time with news of chronic venous insufficiency. Is this the start of the king's slow unraveling, or just another headline ready for the spin cycle? Probably nothing, though. Remember, he's 6'3", 200 pounds, supposedly, and in excellent shape, like a spry 20-year-old. If that 20-year-old ate 5 cheeseburgers a day, 7 days a week, and had the inactivity of a beaver floating in a river. Trump's health might be a mixed bag, but at 79, he's still the guy holding the nuclear codes and running the show, whether we like it or not. His body's showing cracks, and every day is a gamble when the man steering the ship is running on fumes and has the attention span of a gnat. Age isn't just a number here. It's a ticking time bomb wrapped in a suit and social media posts in capitals at 2 in the morning. This isn't about Trump's age, it's about his health issues catching up. And what happens when the most powerful man on earth is running on a barely functioning engine, careening wildly, dangerously impulsive, and completely unfit to make the decisions that could end us all. Just when you think the circus is closed for the day, Trump's out there turning deportation into a personal vendetta, targeting Rosie O'Donnell and others like they're the VIPs of his revenge tour. Forget immigrants. This is about settling scores, rewriting rules, making national policy look like a bad reality show on repeat. Trump threatening to strip Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship isn't just unhinged. It's flat out illegal. The Constitution says you can't randomly yank citizenship or deport people just because you don't like them. But apparently, Trump missed that class. What? Sorry, what? Okay, my staff just informed me that Trump missed all of the classes on the Constitution. This isn't immigration policy. It's a tantrum from a guy who treats the presidency like his personal WWE SmackDown wrestling event. You don't get to rip away someone's citizenship just because you're on a vindictive power trip. This isn't some petty playground squabble. It's a full-blown assault on the Constitution. Targeting a celebrity because he can't stand her? That's not leadership. It's pure abuse of power. It's like a boss so thin-skinned that the moment an employee talks back, he fires them on the spot. Because why lead when you could throw a tantrum and flex your ego instead. It's dangerously absurd, turning legal process into a vindictive reality show where the only rule is don't cross the boss. Sounds like satire? Nope. It's terrifyingly real. We're watching a man use the power to exile people not for crimes, but because he feels personally slighted. Donald is Nixon with unlimited Twitter and a grudge list the size of Texas. Illegal? Absolutely. Absurd? You bet. Terrifying? Damn straight. The Constitution's now just another prop in Trump's personal grudge match. And we're all stuck watching the train wreck. More popcorn, please? And that brings me to something I want to make a regular part of the show. I call it News from the Edge of Sanity. These aren't the stories that will start a war or crash the markets. They're the ones that slip by while quietly the rest of us are pounding on a soundproof wall, desperate to be heard. But they're real. And they might just be the most honest reflection of where we are right now as a species. Let's start with a crime so spectacularly sloppy, it makes a toddler stealing cookies look like a master criminal. In a major museum, okay? Visualize this. In a major museum in the UK, and I'm talking about one of those, fancy world-class institutions, a priceless artifact just walked out the door. Not with a bang, not in a heist that made headlines at the time. Nope. This masterpiece disappeared, and it took days for the staff to notice it was gone. Why? Because get this, it was apparently just one of many similar art pieces. What? Imagine that. The art was lost in plain sight, surrounded by dozens of other looks-like-it items, supposedly blending in like a UFO parked outside a Walmart. Can we say the staff was totally oblivious? Meanwhile, the security footage caught the thief wandering around the museum like it was a casual stroll through the park. Calm, collected, not even rushing. He could have even stopped at the gift shop if he wanted to admire all the items on his way out. And while this priceless treasure was out on its little adventure, the museum staff was blissfully unaware, probably busy remarking among themselves how quiet the day had been. The whole incident is a master class in incompetence, the kind that makes you question if the entire place is run by interns or maybe actual ghosts. So yes, while we're all here worrying about global crisis, somewhere in the UK a thief is living their best life, probably sipping on a cocktail and laughing at us all. If you're wondering what security looks like at some of the world's most prestigious museums, think the three monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, but wondering where the hell my banana went several days later. Stay tuned, because this disappearing act is far from over. Who knows what other priceless things are quietly slipping out while we're busy looking the other way. Next up, a driving masterclass from Bundaberg, Queensland, where roundabouts are optional and assaulting a police car is just part of the local charm. Yes, a driver there decided that traffic laws were just a suggestion, and he blew straight through the roundabout, slamming head-on into a police vehicle. You know, the circular traffic thingy designed to keep things moving smoothly and avoid accidents. But nope, the driver was like, nah, I'm going to shake things up. I'm going to take the roundabout the wrong way, drive straight into a cop car for good measure. And the result? A crash so baffling, it quickly went viral, leaving everyone from local police to bystanders scratching their heads and wondering if they'd accidentally stumbled into a low-budget slapstick comedy. Was this a distracted driver? A confused driver? Or just someone auditioning for the next Fast and Furious spin-off movie starring Ute versus police car, the wrong way wreckage? Either way, Queensland just gave us a reminder that sometimes the most thrilling and terrifying rides don't happen on highways or racetracks, but right in the middle of your neighborhood roundabout. So, next time you're at a roundabout, keep your eyes peeled, because apparently some folks don't know that the point is to go around, not smash into other cars. Coming up next, forget beach resorts and fancy hotels. Some Americans are pulling stunts so wild, you'd think they're auditioning for a reality show called Survive Summer by Any Means Necessary. We're talking selling feet pictures. Feet pictures. Eating nothing but broccoli and other eyebrow-raising hacks to fund someone's vacations. Because when life shuts the door, apparently desperation opens the weirdest windows. Let's jump into the absurd hustle that's keeping summer dreams alive, one questionable side gig at a time. You won't believe how far some Americans are going just to scrape together enough cash to fund a vacation that doesn't involve a tent in their backyard. A new study found that some people are going to absolutely insane lengths just to scrape together enough cash to get out of town this summer. And when I say insane, I mean borderline sell your soul on the internet kind of insane. We're talking about folks literally selling pictures of their feet online. Feet. In 2025, the hottest commodity isn't crypto, it's toes. Somewhere out there, there's a niche market where some poor soul is scrolling through a digital catalog of feet, toes, like they're ordering shoes. And when you got people trying to survive on broccoli alone, not broccoli as a side dish, full on 3 meals a day, broccoli, because apparently skipping dinner means you can finally afford that flight to Cancun, or at least a bus ticket to the next state over. Look, I get it. The cost of living is crushing, inflation's making your wallet cry, and the economy feels like it's one bad tweet away from collapsing. But this level of desperation, it's like watching someone use duct tape to fix a sinking ship while yelling, I'm fine. These aren't just side hustles. They're full-on survival tactics disguised as entrepreneurial spirit. Somewhere between selling your dignity and eating a vegetable that tastes like sadness. There's a story about how we got here. And the craziest part, millennials and Gen Z are leading this charge. This is the same generations where we were told that are killing industries and are now working harder than ever, hustling in the weirdest ways just to keep their vacation dreams alive. So the next time you complain about work, remember, someone out there is literally selling pictures of their toes to afford a margarita by the pool. And honestly, that's the kind of madness that deserves a vacation all on its own. And finally, my last story, news story from the edge of sanity. Sometimes reality out-weirds fiction. Just ask the guy who tried to dodge the cops by standing perfectly still and pretending to be a tree. That's right. But why run or hide when you can photosynthesize your way out of trouble? Spoiler alert, the police weren't buying it. So visualize this. It's 2025. The world is already spinning off the rails. But here comes a guy who decides, the best way to avoid the police isn't running, hiding, or talking my way out of this. No, it's standing completely still, pretending to be a tree. Like a lone chameleon trying desperately to blend in. Who taught this guy problem solving? Did he binge watch too many nature shows and think, if a tree can't get arrested, neither can I? Or maybe he actually thought blending in with the foliage was a foolproof escape plan. Now imagine the cops approaching this tree. No sirens, no drama, just a bunch of officers standing around a very still man with his arms awkwardly stretched out like he's trying to grab a Wi-Fi signal. It's the world's slowest game of, is it a man? Or is it a tree? Spoiler, definitely a man. The arrest immediate, because no judge is buying, I'm a tree, as a legal defense, no matter how creative. This actually happened. Somewhere in a park, a guy thought his best shot was to become part of the scenery. And for a moment, he might have actually believed it could work. The story perfectly sums up the absurdity of our times. When your escape plan involves turning yourself into a shrub, you know the world's gone mad. And the madness is winning. So next time life feels nuts, just picture this man standing still, arms out, pretending to be a tree, and realize no matter how crazy things get, someone's always got it worse. That was your news from the edge of sanity. Now, a regular segment on Fridays. A friendly reminder that while the headlines are terrifying, the sidelines are completely unhinged. I'm not saying the world's broken, but I wouldn't let it babysit my dog. You can email me your thoughts, stories, or rants, even pictures of your toes. Send it to madworldtalk@gmail.com, MADWORLD talk@gmail. Yes, that's the new email to make it shorter and easier for you. By the way, I was just joking about you sending pictures of your toes. Or leave a voicemail anytime at 833-399-9653. Don't forget to leave a review on Apple or Spotify. It helps. Now, before I close out, I'll just say this weekend hopefully involves cake, reflection, and an uncomfortable number of candles. Hey, if you ever thought I should email Jeff someday, well, the stars aligned. Just saying. I'll be back again Monday, unless I'm binge watching the Twilight Zone episodes while enjoying my birthday, and I lose track of time. I'm Jeff Allen Wolf. This is A World Gone Mad. Stay sharp, stay vocal, stay sane, but most of all, stay hopeful.